What is that?
Hello, good Friday to you. I mean, not Good Friday, it's not that, but it is a good Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday, TGIF, or as Zach would always say, that Jim always said, that means toes go in first. I don't know. I don't know where all that comes from, but here we are at the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill on the Zack Owen Show. Last day for a little bit without Zach. I've got another video from him coming up in a little bit, so he will check in with us, not live, because I don't believe the time difference works in that favor. Not to mention maybe something we will see in that video. Here we are. Over here we have, let's see, no one. Jessica is not here. Oh, here she comes right now, rolling in the door. And so, also no Liam today. Jessica, I did remember when we talked yesterday that he was going to go to the he was going to go to Melody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get in a fight and thrown in jail?
No, nothing that bad. But I had several conversations about, hey, you know, we're going to do the show. Yeah, okay. And
he got drunk and he's hungover.
No, he's not 21. He has to have those marks.
Did that really matter when we were 18? I'm just playing. No, he's a good kid.
No, it was, we'll just say that, despite all of the fatherly warnings,
it don't matter. He's a teenager.
It catch up to him. So
yeah. Well, I mean, when we overslept, when we were kids.
It goes deeper, but that's not for on air. So let's start off the show like we always do with our national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What a way to start out your morning. Here with me now is Andrew Gomez.
Hello.
With the Public Affair podcast. Yes. Is that correct?
That is correct. Thank you so much for having me, Kevin.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. To you as well. Thank you so much for having me here at the Zack Owen Live Show. I'm so grateful.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the Public Affair. What? Because that name, it could be a lot of different things.
That's
it could
exactly
be
how
public
you mean
affairs, or it could be a very public shaming.
However you're interpreting it, that's exactly what it means.
Really?
Yes. So the name actually derived from 6 years ago. I've been doing the show since 6 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
And 6 years ago I was a very different person. Okay. And so the name derived really. Can I give you the history behind the name?
Absolutely.
It's so inappropriate. I would have different, let's say, encounters with people.
All right.
Okay. And it was always make sure you keep this between us, which is the slogan of the show. Keep it between us, keep it between us. And it's like a play on words. I always had an affair with many people.
Okay.
And so I said, what if we did the podcast and it's called The Public Affair, because it's an affair but with the public. I have so many different kinds of people on the show all the time.
Okay.
And we're always going to keep it between us, but it's never really between us because we're on camera.
Right. I was going to say.
So it's like a play on words.
The slogan of the show doesn't really lend itself to a very publicized podcast.
Well, because, exactly. Well, again,
unless you're on a closed network or something.
No, well, we were definitely, it was a play on words. I was probably drunk when I came up with the name, and it stuck with people, and it's grasping, and it's worked ever since, so I'm really grateful. Yeah.
Wow.
And the podcast, Kevin, I just have different people from in and around all walks of life. It's not really just for one person, it's for everybody, okay? So I love having those people that are business owners. I love having those musicians, those aspiring actors, those single moms, those single dads, those coaches, everybody. This show is literally for everybody. I like to be as versatile as possible.
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
So it's kind of like the Zack Owen show.
Sure.
We all the time relate our show to Seinfeld is the show about nothing.
It's a whole lot about nothing and then everything.
Right, but our show is about everything.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well, good. And listen, congratulations to you guys for all the longevity that you guys have achieved at the Zack Owen Live Show.
Yeah.
So big kudos to you guys.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, so you kind of do all of these different things, but when you get down to it, what is the show about? Does it vary based on the guest or as far as your topics and things?
Yeah, I definitely think that every episode is different. So I would definitely say that every episode is centered around the guest and what they got going on. Of course, I make my little jokey jokes. You know what I mean? We keep it lighthearted. We keep it engaging. But I just like for it to be as authentic as possible. So there is no rehearsal script. There is no, this is what we're going to talk about before you come on. I do my homework. Social media is our best friend in 2026. And this is a small town and everybody knows everybody.
He's a stalker.
Oh, I'm that person, absolutely sure. Well, yes, I message everybody behind the scenes and I'm like, hey, I'm about to have so-and-so. What do you know? What's, this and that. And that's really what it is. So every episode is really centered around the guest. But with every episode, I would definitely say it could relate to one person or another. So it's really for that particular person. You see what I'm saying? So,
okay.
yeah.
So, I know on our show, a lot of times our guests will reach out to Zack beforehand and say, hey, can you give me an idea of the questions you're going to ask and things like that?
No, I can't. We don't know.
On purpose, he will say no.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
no,
but
it's
we
not.
really and truly don't know until like the second before it comes out of our mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
tell you.
definitely say the public affairs run the same way, and I have gotten to where I will ask guests, I have found out this piece of information about you, whatever. Are you comfortable sharing with it? Because sometimes it really is sensitive.
Right.
And you don't want to be desensitized, like, and stuff like that. So I will ask, and I will definitely say 9 times out of 10, they are willing to share. At the end of the day, we all go through things in our life. All of us have skeletons in our closet. All of us have done things where we're just kind of like, you know what I mean?
See, the difference with Kevin and I have no idea how old you are, so I'm not going to throw you out there. I know how old Kevin is. We had the Polaroids and the 35 millimeters, and we could burn them suckers. You can't do that now.
No, not now. You share one thing on the internet and it's free. That's why I said nobody nudes. No, you can't have no naked pictures of me. Absolutely not. Yes, and delete Grindr.
Yeah.
So you do your actual homework. See,
Absolutely.
a lot of times we don't want to do any homework.
Okay.
Like I just looked at the sheet that Zack
I've been
gave me,
allergic to
and
homework since kindergarten.
Right.
I'm just going to say it.
Right.
Yeah.
I have no idea. So then
Okay.
all of the information that I'm getting is fresh and things like that. But you actually do a little bit you do your homework. You dig up some dirt. You want dirt. Is that true?
To say I want dirt, I feel like that would allude to it being like a gossip show, which
Okay,
I try to stay away from, because what's really
He
gossip
wants
is.
information and knowledge.
Well, because
Right.
like, if it's the truth,
Gotcha.
then why
Well,
is
no.
that considered gossip and innuendo, right? And so, and that's why I have gotten to where I ask the guests first, like, hey, are you comfortable sharing this information or this
Gotcha.
information? You know what I mean? But I like for people to keep it 100, though. I like when people talk about the shameful parts of their life, because we all have those moments.
Yeah.
And I think that I will say, in the rat race of doing what we do, I think that when people get to a certain paradigm in their career or whatever the case is, they have to like erase all those things from the past that made them who they are, because they're ashamed of it. Not me. Not me. This is what you get. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. We don't have to do business with each other. That is 100% okay.
I tell my kids all the time, if I didn't get by with it, I dang sure thought about how to.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't try me, sister.
But haven't we all had just like maybe those late night rendezvous with somebody you really regret, or maybe you did something in your life that you really regret, you know what I mean? And all of that really shapes you to the person that you are today. It does, no matter what you say. And that's why I like to have these guests just really be authentic. And I'm sure there have been some that'll pull the wool over our eyes. If that's how you want to do it, that's fine. I will definitely say, as of recent, though, I haven't had that, so I'm really grateful.
So your research then is more
Yes.
journalistic kind of in nature, as opposed to like Perez Hilton or something like.
Exactly. Yeah. Please don't compare me to that. But no, I would.
Or like I'm thinking maybe the early days of Geraldo
Sure.
Rivera.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
He said, oh, God.
I would definitely border on the lines of journalistic. I don't consider myself a journalist, because
Right.
I feel like that is a skill set that people learn and actually achieve in life. However, I have been told that is comparable to that.
Okay.
And I think that's what provides substance to the podcast. I think that's what provides a direction on the podcast, at least for me.
Yeah.
That way, if we're getting off topic or if there's some dead air or something like that, I always have a set of notes in front of me that say, okay, let's jump on here now. And most of the time, we're just jumping around on the show because they'll say something and then something comes up, and then I want to bring something up. Yeah. So it ends up all flowing really, really well. Then, of course, sometimes I'm sure you guys have had this too, where you have that guest where it's just like, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all you got. And it's cringe, but that's when we have to know how to pick it back up. That's really our job
Yeah.
at the end of the day. So, yeah.
So you focus on Waco, or do you kind of branch out with some other things and other places?
Sure.
How local or not local do you get?
I will definitely say, I would say about 85 to 90% of the show is local. I have been trying to get my feet wet outside. I've had guests from Colin come on. I've had 2 celebrity guests on the podcast, which was really fun.
Okay.
New York and Tennessee. Well, she's Colombian. Shout out to Adasa. Hello. I love her. Her new country album is out now, right now, too. It's called Drink It Up.
There you go.
Make sure you stream it everywhere. Just a plug, okay? But yeah, I would definitely say there's about 85 to 90% of it is focused on Waco. And you know what's crazy, too? A lot of people have asked me, do you feel like you're running out of guests? And to be honest, kind of no, because 6 years ago when I was 29, and these people that are now 18, they were kids back in the day. So obviously you weren't going to have, the 12-year-old in middle school
Yeah.
who's not doing anything with their life besides, passing the math test. Now these young people that are 18, 19 years old right now, they're starting their own businesses. They're
Yeah.
detailers now. They're this and they're that. So now I can reach out to those people and kind of reach out to a younger demographic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of hidden gems in this city. My goal is to be a platform for them.
There's lots of hidden skeletons too.
So, and it's so great to see how grateful they are for that too, because so many people like fight and claw for that. Even just a bit of attention, a bit of just
Yeah.
recognition. And so
Right.
I'm just grateful that I have a platform that's able to provide that for these people.
Yeah.
So,
Well, especially this younger generation, they kind of live and die with that, and so how would you kind of navigate them not doing that and simply promoting themselves, but not living and dying by that?
when you say living and dying by that, can you maybe elaborate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, their self-worth is found in the likes, in the views, and things like that.
Oh.
What would you encourage some of those younger people that you're
Sure.
talking about that are on your show that you go, hey, this is not all it is. This is just the tool to get you there.
Yeah, well, I always have a clear consensus on that with them before they come on the podcast. And, I said, this is a stepping stone for you. Now, if this show blows you up, cool. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, some of the best advice I got, and I want to give a big shout out to my friend who I don't see often. His name is Ziad Al-Halabi, and he's from here in town. The best advice he ever gave me when I started this podcast was you have to be obsessed with it. You have to be addicted to it. And your personality is so infectious. Don't let it go to waste. And I could just, speaking on experience, ingraining this podcast in people's heads to where they were tired of hearing about it. I didn't want to post nothing else on social media unless it was the public affair.
I got you.
And now when you see me, you think of the public affair. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just try to tell this younger generation of people, the world is a big place. Yes, people think that, I have to make it out of Waco, whatever the case is. The thing is, we can represent this city and that we can make these people want to come to Waco. We absolutely can. We have the tools, we have the resources, we have the talent here in town. I 100% believe that. And I feel like in a few years' time, it's going to be people wanting to come to Waco and say, I want to be on the public affair. I want to do service with this person. I want to do service with that person. I want to go to this restaurant. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I stand by it.
It kind of already is happening and
Yeah.
has happened with with the silos and kind of the refresh of downtown. That people, this is already somewhat of a destination now.
But
which is
I
weird,
definitely
but-
feel like people, and there's no shade on the silos. I think it's a beautiful spot. I definitely think it's a beautiful tourist spot. And I'm not even gonna hold y'all those cupcakes. I don't care if they're $10. Those cupcakes are good. I'm not waiting in line on them. But there's more to this city than just that.
Yeah.
I feel like when people think of Waco right now, they only think of the silos. They only think of Magnolia. Nothing wrong with that, by no means whatsoever. There's just a lot more hidden gems here, and I want these people, and I crave for them so much to put themselves out there and just say, I'm here too. Do you know what I mean? And just really be focused on what you got going on. So
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Andrew Gomez is with us from the Public Affair. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to get more into it with Andrew, kind of find out a little bit more about him personally. But when we come back, we're going to check in with Jessica and see what's going on in country music news in Nashville right after this at the Zack Owen Show at the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatments, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
Tervis is all about staying hydrated. Each product is built to last and comes in endless designs to match your personality. Stay refreshed and express yourself with Tervis. Visit Tervis.com today and find your perfect tumbler.
Looking for tickets to the hottest shows, games, and events? Ticket Liquidator is your one-stop shop for great prices, no hassles, and guaranteed tickets. Whether it's sports, theater, or concert, for the best seats at the biggest events, start with Ticket Liquidator today at TicketLiquidator.com. Ticket Liquidator. At Tusain's, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com. The U-Like Air 3, launched in 2023, ushers in a new era of sapphire ice cooling technology, offering nearly painless hair reduction in just 3 weeks. That's ULIKE.com. U-Like.
Our professionals are not only experts in managing urgent concerns, but also in providing top-notch preventative health care. We're proud to connect pet owners to a vast network of licensed veterinary professionals, ready to address any immediate concerns. Book your first appointment today.
VivoSun's mission is to empower growers with stylish and effective products, making indoor growing accessible and enjoyable for everyone. Visit VivoSun.com today and get started making growing plants and vegetables easy and automatic.
Streamline event and appointment booking with Amelia's sleek, modern, and fully customizable booking forms. WPAmelia.com. That's WPAMELIA.com. Amelia.
All right, here we are back at the Zack Owen Show at the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill. It's time to check in with Jessica to see what's going on in country music news. But first, I got to talk to you about the Home Parade, the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes. We had Zachary Sproul from Woody Butler Homes on yesterday, kind of talking about it a little bit. It's June 5th, 6th, and 7th, and June 13th and 14th. You can tour a variety of homes that are on the tour already, and not just any home that you can pick. And you can see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens to outdoor living spaces. Meet the builders and get inspiration for your home projects. Get your tickets online at wacohomeparade.com or at any of the parade homes. Now it is definitely time to check in with Jessica and see what's going on in country music news, brought to you by Stroud Security.
So history happened last night.
Oh.
And I didn't realize it was a conspiracy. It's the same weekend as Baylor graduation.
Okay.
But guess who was here?
I don't know.
Willie Nelson.
Oh. Willie was here?
I heard that was a good time.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's Willie Nelson, so how could it not be?
Right.
But anyway, moving on, guess who is officially off the market?
Let's see. Keith Urban again.
Miss Lainey Wilson.
Oh, okay.
She married Duck on the 10th in Tennessee. They had a very private cave wedding. How can you get more private than having your wedding in a cave?
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's hot.
That sounds like
So she is officially off the market.
okay. Well, sorry guys.
I know.
guess, I don't
Very,
know.
very,
Sorry.
but hey, he's a lucky man.
Yeah,
What can I say? Eric Church recently used his guitar
Okay.
as the focal point and theme for his commencement address to his alma mater in North Carolina.
Okay.
Okay? He used his instrument's 6 strings as a metaphor for foundational life principles and concluded the performance with a song.
Nice.
So, I mean, that's different.
Yeah.
It's not just somebody standing up there and preaching at you, which, I mean, I think I would have fallen asleep. So there's that,
One time, back when I was single, of course, I decided to come up with all the ways that a guitar is better than a woman.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how
There was
many did you find?
Oh, there's a lot, but there was also a reason I was single at the time. So.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't tell your wife any of those
I mean,
reasons.
it doesn't complain when you break a string. Doesn't complain when you switch between them. You know, all kinds of things.
What
Yeah,
plays
I
better,
would,
a woman or a guitar?
I would
What's
not
that?
tell your
What
wife.
plays
any
better,
of
a
those.
woman or a guitar?
Right now, at my age, my wife.
Oh,
Thank you
okay.
very much. Yeah.
So, rising country music star Taylor Holder, which I'm not a TikTok person, so
Okay.
I don't know him. But
Okay,
apparently
right.
he is like a TikTok phenomenon.
That's
in
that's
country
kind of
music.
how everybody gets their start now.
Well, I guess I don't know him until they actually have a recording contract and are on Sirius XM. Because let's be
Right.
serious, I
Well, I mean, it was like
don't do TikTok.
Ty Myers and
Yeah.
Hudson Westbrook both played here, tiny little shows when they first got their TikTok start, and then a couple months later they were
Exploding.
playing on the back
40.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, apparently he's decided that he needs to take a break because all of the busyness and the chaos and the drama surrounding the rise of his career has taken a toll on him mentally.
Okay.
So he is laying back, focused on his mental health, and says he will return bigger and better than ever.
All right.
So that is what's going on in country music news, brought to you by Stroud Security.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Andrew.
Hey.
Let's talk a little bit about you. We've talked about the podcast. That's great. That's all. But talk about you. Where did you grow up? Did you grow up locally? How did you? What did you do before the podcast? Talk a little bit about you.
So I'm actually originally from Long Island, New York. Shout out to Brentwood and Central Islip. Hello. And we moved to Miami-Dade County, Hialeah, Florida, back in 2004 or 5. We stood there for about 6 months, so I really don't count it.
Okay.
And then we moved to, you guys are going to believe, Lorena, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have an aunt that lives in Lorena. So I lived in Lorena for probably a few months. And then I would say I've been living here in Texas probably close to 20 years now, because I was 15. I'll be 35 this year.
Okay.
So up until a few years ago, I was on Power 108. Which is now 107.9 The Bull. Shout out to my girl Chrissy. Hello. And make sure you guys go tune in. And I did that for a whole minute. Then I started the podcast back in 2020, in the era right before COVID became a thing. And I have been doing that ever since. So really I feel like I have 2 different eras of my life, right?
Right.
I have pre the public affair, and then I have now what's going on. Because my whole life has just completely 180 since the show started. Yeah. So and then pretty much outside of that, I love working out. I'm a big CrossFit person. Shout out to, of course, Hot Works in Woodway, which I frequent all the time. I want to give another huge shout out to CrossFit Misfits, which I frequent as well. Got to keep my body in shape because I'm on camera.
Yeah,
I can't be a hot, sweaty mess. You know what I mean? But like I was 6 years ago when I was drunk on the show all the time. And you guys are not going to believe this, I'm a homebody. I don't want to be bothered outside of work. Once I'm done recording, once I'm done doing whatever, I want to go to the house. And that's it. Put my robe on and not be bothered.
Yep.
Yes. So.
I totally get that. Unfortunately, I have a lot of children, so I'm all.
37.
Nice.
Yeah.
How many children do you have?
I have 7.
You have
but,
7
Yeah,
He's
biological children?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Yeah. We have a few adopted. So
Sure.
Yeah.
He drives it. He drives
I was
a
going
school
to say,
bus.
kudos to you. You were busy.
Yes.
He drives a school bus.
That's the other thing. Like especially when I was a teacher, people go, "Oh, it's the weekend." I'm like, "Yeah, that just means a different kind of busy for me."
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Between dance and football and basketball
stuff,
and
yeah.
choir.
Yep.
And, oh my gosh.
You know, in teaching, they talk about classroom management. I use classroom management tools just in my household.
Well, because you have 37 kids.
Yeah. It's
You keep saying
incredibly-
37. He said 7.
Yeah.
He is 37.
It got exaggerated, and
Yeah.
we've kind of landed on.
Are
that
you
number.
37 years old?
I am not.
Oh, okay.
I used to love to play this game with my middle schoolers.
Sure.
Because when you play this game with middle school students, you could be 18, just a little bit older than them, or you could be like 75. They have no concept.
There's nothing in between. No. You're either a really cool teenager or a really old fogey that nobody wants to pay
They
attention
have
to.
no idea of the concept of time. How old do you think I am? Put them on the spot.
Okay, wait. She said 7 kids, so unless you were like
No,
knocking
I
them out
said
the-
37
You said
kids.
37.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Right,
but
some are adopted.
I would have assumed that you were around my age.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I would have said around 35-ish.
All right.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
How old are you?
I am 45.
You're 45?
Yes.
Wait, before I told you I was 35, how old do I look? And watch your mouth.
I would say, well, I did the quick math because you said 29 in 6 years, so
Yes.
I already did the quick math.
Well, he just told us.
Well,
But,
because I want to put out
I
there
would
too.
put it in that neighborhood.
I don't smoke and I don't use illicit drugs.
Yeah.
And I've cut back on my drinking tremendously. So I try to take care of my skin. I try to take care of myself because I want to look young forever. So numerically speaking, I stopped counting after 21.
So,
I
there
can
you
be
go.
21 forever.
Yeah.
Still old enough where you could buy me a drink if
Yeah.
I want to.
If
Old
you
enough to
wanted
know
to.
better and still too young to care.
Hello.
So, so you were in Florida for just long
like
enough,
6 months.
long enough to
Yeah.
get a sunburn, and
Okay.
then you were out,
Yeah.
right? So, what got you into radio at Power 108?
Sure. Okay, you guys are not going to believe this. I used to be the most antisocial person in the entire. My whole family will tell you.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
You still are. Because all you want to do is go home.
Well, okay.
You can present a good face.
Sure.
Listen,
But back in the
he
day, it
has
wasn't even like
multiple
that.
personality disorder. Leave him alone.
Oh, I think this exposes the great discourse between introvert and extrovert. People think that introverts just can't do people. We can do people. I'm an introvert, but it's just
We
where do
choose
you
not
get your-
to.
Where do you get your energy from?
I have my
Yeah.
So okay, I used to be very antisocial. You know, there's that time in your life, right? Because I ultimately graduated from Midway, and I can remember Midway High School back in 2009 was so different than where I grew up in Central Islip or even Hialeah, Florida, right? Just cultural-wise, the things that people were doing with their lives. Nobody where I grew up was necessarily focused on college. Where at Midway, everybody, that was the talk a senior year, was where they're going to college, when they're going to college.
Yeah.
That wasn't instilled in me. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I kind of went through this period in my life in my early 20s where I was just like, okay, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
You know, I got to figure something out. I always loved to write. I thought I was going to get into journalism. And my best friend was like, don't go to college. Your skills exceed that. You need to go find something. Shout out to Jaime, by the way. And I actually looked online, and one of the first things that popped up was an internship at Power 108.
Okay.
So I took the meeting. My first time, I think I was with Dustin. Shout out to Dustin at Don Carlos. And then I met Chrissy the second time. And ever since then, it's just been history. And Chrissy, I have to say, has been one of the most instrumental people in doing what I do in terms of why I'm so confident on the mic, why I know what I know behind the scenes and things like that. She really made sure that I was put in the forefront of everything.
Yeah.
Always, because you guys know in radio, I don't know how much you guys have worked in radio, but some of them can be cutthroat. Some of them don't want you to succeed.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I've definitely had my share of that. But Chrissy, I will definitely say, was not that person. She was always like, I'm going to Don Carlos at this time. I don't care what they say, you're coming with me. She would show me how to produce my own commercials. We would do commercials like 5 times. She's like, cheesy announcer voice, cheesy announcer voice. I'll never forget those times. So I'm eternally grateful to people like Chrissy, who really made sure that I was involved in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, what was the inspiration behind then going from that and going? Because you didn't go from one thing to the other. You kind of started the public affair while you were still doing radio.
That's
right?
correct.
And so what was the inspiration behind it? You know what?
Sure.
In addition to this, I'm going to do even more. Sorry, fly
It's okay,
buzzing around.
fly. Hello. So when I was on the radio, I wanted to be like Chrissy, like Zack Owen for that matter, just all these people that had their morning talk show. Unfortunately, I feel like I was in the era of radio where it started dying down, and I didn't realize it till much later. So those opportunities were not being afforded to me. But one thing I was always good at was going live on social media. And just talking. And my friends were always like, you should start a podcast. And at first I was just kind of like, what am I going to talk about? I don't want to talk to myself.
Right.
Well, I will tell you guys, the 2 talk shows that I am absolutely obsessed with was the Wendy Williams show when she was around.
Okay.
Obsessed with her. And there's a radio show out of New York called The Breakfast Club.
Okay.
I was 100% obsessed with those shows. And I said, you know what? This city doesn't have that. We don't have that. We have the podcast. That people weren't really doing podcasts at the time. It wasn't really all that hype. And if they did, it was focused on like rappers and stuff like that. And at first, that's what I was gonna do too.
Okay.
But then I was like, no.
Wait, you were gonna have a rap career?
I was gonna just interview rappers.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because I thought it'd be funny, like
I was about to have you freestyle right here.
No,
okay.
Hell no. I thought
Our guest isn't. Our music guest for the second hour isn't here yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I might go up there and do something. Hello. But no, because I thought in the beginning, how fun would that be to have like an eccentric homo interview these like super gangster rappers, right? Which I've had on the show. I have. But I wanted it to be diverse, just like Wendy Williams was, just like the Breakfast Club was. Every time I watched their shows, there was different people from different walks of life on those shows. I wanted to bring that to the table. I wanted to bring that to the city, and that's what we did. And so I'm really grateful for that.
That's awesome. Well, it's great to have Andrew Gomez here from The Public Affair. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and on the other side, we are going to take a look at what we celebrate today. So hang with us. We will be right back on the Zack Owen Show from the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Alan Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
It's the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, brought to you by the First National Bank of Central Texas. Tour a variety of homes at different price points, plus see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens to outdoor living spaces. See the latest colors and design patterns. This is your chance to walk through homes, meet the builders, and get inspiration for your own projects. The Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, June 5th, 6th, and 7th, and June 13th and 14th. Tickets are available online or at any parade home. For more information, go to wacohomeparade.com.
With Ease US, make studio quality voiceovers for your videos online in over 149 languages and dialects. Never been easier to create professional grade videos and voiceovers. Try it today at easeus.com. That's EASEUS.com. Ease.
Better sleep, inspired by nature. Your back, hips, and shoulders will fall into perfect alignment in any position, meaning that you get deeper, more comfortable rest. Visit ecoterrabeds.com.
Everybody at EcoLife really has a passion and a real interest in helping people feel well. How much further can we go to get you feeling even better? It is a complete partnership between the two of us.
Since 2014, we've been creating vegan, clean, and affordable skincare with proven actives and potent botanicals designed to treat your ever-changing skin. Celebrate our first decade of transformation today at facetheory.com/US-EN. Face Theory.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farm, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com.
At Fullwell, we bring together the expertise of registered dietitians, MDs, and OBGYNs to give you the best fertility support. Fullwell, your trusted partner on your fertility journey. Visit us at fullwellfertility.com. Experience the perfect blend of exquisite craftsmanship and life-changing technology with Gevi. Every product is built with precision, featuring specialized parts that ensure durability, efficiency, and safety. Upgrade your everyday with Gevi. Visit us at gevi.com to discover more.
We are back here on the Zack Owen Show with Andrew Gomez here at the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill. It is time for us to talk about the things that we celebrate today, and Jessica has volunteered as tribute to tell us those things. Jessica, what is it that we celebrate on this day?
So it's actually a pretty good day.
Okay.
There's some funny ones and some very good ones.
It's Friday, so.
Yeah.
And it's, what, May 15th?
Yes.
All right.
So it is National Nylon Stocking Day.
Excuse me?
Nylon Stocking Day.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess we would have referred to those as pantyhose back in the day.
Right.
You know,
they come in the little eggshell. The egg.
You know, it can be very nice to make your legs look a little smooth.
Right.
A little jacky.
Here's,
you know, they can also be used on your head. I mean, I've seen people with them on the heads.
If you see people with them on their head, you should.
You can rob a gas station with them over your face.
Right. You could, if you see them with you can run the other direction, or you can choose to be a good citizen and intervene.
Yeah. So,
whatever you choose.
National Nylon Stocking Day.
Yeah.
Many uses. My grandmother used to use the ones that had the runs in them. She used to get her onions out of the garden, and she would put them in her nylon stockings and hang them from the carport. Never forget that. I was like, could we be any more 76705 around here?
Oh, yeah. If I end up with the runs, I just stay in the bathroom. I don't know.
I mean, you know, whatever.
Are they still a thing, though? I don't feel like they are.
I think people refer to them more as tights now.
Okay.
Like the control top pantyhose or whatever that used to be the thing. When we were called secretaries instead of administrative assistants, and they were required to be worn. I think that kind of that fashion requirement has left, and so it's more like tights now.
Okay.
The thicker.
Right, and now it's more appropriate that you do different colors. You're not trying to actually do some kind of version of your skin color.
Yeah, because you used to not be a lady unless you wore nylons.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I got news for you. I ain't put a pair of those on in 20 years, but I'm still a lady.
There you go.
It is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
Oh.
So you could do the Nestle Toll House recipe that's on the back of every Nestle bag. I mean, hey, you know. And then the great debate is, do you put pecans and walnuts in your chocolate chip cookies?
Wow.
So,
Andrew, are you I know you're into fitness.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm a chocolate chip cookie hoe. Yes, I am. I love cookies. I don't care. I didn't say I watch what I eat. I just said I'm into fitness.
You do watch what you eat. You watch it go into your mouth.
That's it.
There you go.
I don't diet. I do not diet.
It is National Bike to Work Day.
Oh,
Let me just tell you.
Hello.
I'm not biking from my house up here on any given day.
I would. I actually love biking, but
I'm afraid of getting run over.
Well, it's a tad far, and you know, if I have a few things to carry or a few children to carry.
You don't have one of those long tandem bicycles that's like as long as a limousine?
Right, or the one that has like the little covering, the little,
Yeah. So, in National Endangered Species Day.
Oh, okay.
So this one, I mean, is kind of important. It's hard to make fun of because you know we've done some very bad things to some species of this planet.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. What is your favorite endangered species that you know of?
Honestly, why do I love them? I don't know. But manatees. I love manatees. I think they're beautiful animals. They are fat and they are happy and they are calm.
Yep.
And I love them.
Yep. So. And all they do is get like absolutely destroyed.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
Have you ever seen a manatee in your small time?
Not in real life. No. I've seen it on South Park be endangered.
They are beautiful, very calm, very graceful.
Yep. I kayaked alongside one.
Oh, nice! That sounds fun.
In the Florida Key mangroves, and the only because the mangrove water is like it looks dirty.
And it's stinky, but it's lovely.
So I was traveling along, and the only reason I was able to spot it was because of this like fresh white scar that it had on its back from
a boat propeller, probably.
Hello.
Yeah.
Shout out to the manatees.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
National Pizza Party Day.
Oh my goodness. Did I tell you guys I'm a pizza hoe too? Outside of being a cookie hoe.
Yeah. So what's okay? We all like everybody loves pizza, but what the dividing factor can be what's your topping, right?
So I like a good everything on it,
Okay.
minus bell peppers because I'm allergic to them.
Okay.
But
So not everything.
not
Almost.
everything, but almost everything.
Okay. Olives,
Yes, green and black.
mushrooms.
Yes.
Oh, green and black olives.
Green and black.
Okay.
Let me tell you who has the best, and there are people that will argue with me, and I don't care. I love a good Paparolo's pizza with everything on it.
Okay.
And here's the thing, I don't like tomato sauce. We have determined this. We've talked about it. I don't like tomato sauce.
There's dividing factors
But,
within something that
I think Paparolo's has the best pizza.
I love it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I don't like Domino's. I don't like Pizza Hut. I don't like Marco's. Whatever that other Papa's place is.
John's.
I'm
Those are
very-
chains.
yeah.
I get it. Those are chains. Paparolo's is it?
Oh, I can tell you, Waxahachie, Tuscan Slice. If you
Okay.
ever get the chance, you don't ever think of going to Waxahachie to eat.
Yeah, I don't think of going to
Locally
Waxahachie
owned,
ever.
Family operated, wood-fired pizza. You can get your standard everything that you normally used to, and then all of these eclectic pizzas, or what I would call eclectic pizzas.
Okay.
Delish.
See, usually the thing I think about Waxahachie is, okay, I'm finally almost to Dallas. That's what I think. Yeah.
Well, pull in,
And go to
the Tuscan Slice, because
Okay.
they have great pasta.
All right.
Their appetizer bread is better than anything you'll ever eat in your life. Like
all
you
right.
could just sit there and eat it.
So Jessica has had her turn on the floor. Now the moderator will give Andrew
Listen
the
here,
chance
don't start with
for pizza and his defense of his.
Sure.
favorite
Well, I
slice.
definitely think, without the shadow of a doubt, that Little Caesars is actually better than Paparolo's. But I will say that. But no, you know what? First of all, I'm biased because I'm from New York, so I've had New York style pizza my whole entire life. Paparolo's to me is they're just mid. I wish that their presentation's always good, right? They have limitless toppings on their pizza. In terms of service and the way the pizza actually tastes, I definitely have had. But okay, let me shush. My favorite kind of pizza is a cauliflower crust pizza with Hawaiian toppings like ham, pineapple, bacon. That's my go-to. That's my everything. And actually, I love Marco's Pizza. I had them the other day. I think Marco's destroys Paparolo's by a landslide. I think that Little Caesars destroys Paparolo's by a landslide. And so I basically like every pizza except Paparolo's.
See, I think as far as in town, I think that Mod Pizza is probably
I love
my
Mod.
go-to.
I do like Mod.
All those
like
fresh, it's like Subway, but for pizza.
Yes.
And I agree. I love a good pineapple, but it has to be good fresh pineapple.
Yes.
None of the canned junk, right?
Okay.
It has to be like fresh cut, good pineapple. But what I really love is a barbecue chicken pizza with pineapple on it.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, I'm going to eat pizza at your house tonight. And real quick, too, shout out to Paparolo's.
Yes.
Shout out to, because I think they're a family-owned business, aren't they?
They are.
Okay, we're just saying, I'm not knocking your business. The presentation's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Still very much family owned.
Yes.
Yep. What's the pizza place in Robinson?
Is it Pizza Junction?
Pizza Junction.
They're good. They're good. I do like
love
Pizza
them,
Junction.
and
Shout out to them.
Yep.
Yes.
Know the owner as well. So shout out to them as well.
I would love to meet the owner of Pizza Junction. I do like Pizza Junction.
And and they're also Fat Boys Pizza trailer. So if you ever see them, same group of folks.
Hello. Yes.
So, probably the most important thing that I wouldn't call it a celebration. I would call it recognition.
Okay.
Police Officers Memorial Week, Memorial Day. It has been Police Week all week, but today is Police Officers Memorial Day, established by Congress in 1962 to honor law enforcement officers who died in the line of duty. Memorial services and ceremonies will be held nationwide. There will be one this morning. It's usually in Indian Springs Park. I think it has returned there for a while. It was in Heritage Square where they were doing a bunch of work at Indian Springs.
Yeah.
But if you have the opportunity, go join that memorial service in Waco today.
Yeah, especially important to you and your husband, who is part of the Waco
Absolutely.
PD and everything.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Well, thank you very much, Jessica. Those are the things that we recognize on this day, Thursday, May 15th. We're going to take another quick commercial break, and we're going to come and wrap things up with Andrew Gomez from the Public Affair. So stick with us. We'll be right back after this.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com. Golf Partner, the world's largest golf store network, offers more purchasing opportunities than anywhere else. With a dominant market share and a wider selection of quality secondhand golf clubs than our competitors, we make it easy for you to enjoy the game with affordable, top-quality equipment. Golf Partner.
Hi, I'm Mitch, the co-founder of Cake, a sexual health and wellness company designed for today and designed for you. Yes, you. The entire product line can be found at hellocake.com, and it's also available in every Walmart near you.
Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious.
Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internix. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. That's internxt.com today.
Is your Mac running slow? Mac Booster 8 is your all-in-one solution to clean up 20 types of junk files. Get your Mac running like new again with Mac Booster 8. Visit macboost.net today.
Finding a sleep sack that my baby likes has been a struggle. The sleep sack from Joy is a major upgrade.
It is all natural eucalyptus, which is breathable and hypoallergenic.
All right, we are back on the Zack Owen Show. The last time that we will not have Zack, at least for a little bit. He'll be back on Monday. Do have a video to show you of what he's been up to, but we need to wrap things up with Andrew Gomez. So
he's just rubbing that in our face. It's the only reason we're getting these videos is to go nanny.
Okay. I know. Yeah. You'll see later. One of the things he points out is a drink cart. So Andrew,
yes,
you said a lot of your episodes are dictated by the guest and what they do, but how do you still make it uniquely your show then?
Not to be controversial, I just think the authenticity behind it is what brings people back to it. I think that it's 100% relatable. I think that it doesn't sugarcoat any of the real life things that go on, and sometimes I'm able to make a joke about it and sometimes I'm not. You know what I mean? And so I think on a personal standpoint, I try to be a strong interviewer.
Yeah.
I try to be engaging. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm sure I don't succeed every single time, but I'm my own worst critic, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this show is truly made up by the guests donating their time to come on to the podcast, tell us about their life, allow me to be that platform to share their story. And quite frankly, I don't think that, you know, the city has anything like The Public Affair. Yeah. You know, so you guys are just gonna have to go tune in yourselves. A new episode is out every single week, youtube.com/The Public Affair. And I would love for you guys to take a look at it. And really, there's an episode on there for every single buddy. There might be people on there that you actually know as well. Yeah. So I highly encourage you guys to go check it out.
So with those people in mind.
Okay.
Just between us.
Okay.
I want you to
and the rest of the world.
Don't ask me who I slept with on the show. Stop.
No. I want you to tell me what one of the craziest, outlandish, different kind of guests that was kind of left field that you've had on the show. Not to call anybody out. Okay. You don't have to call them by name if you don't want. But this is just between us. So.
outlandish, crazy.
I haven't been there yet.
Or,
oh my God.
No, yeah. There's a lot in mind.
Or unexpected something.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know why the first person, and I love this guy. He's really kind. He's a local rapper named Mo Rico Roger. And I remember having him on the show, and he walks in with his entourage.
Okay.
You know, with masks. They all have masks on like they're going to rob us.
Wow.
And
was this during COVID?
No. This was probably just a couple years
It was
ago.
the nylon stockings.
Yeah. And they all came in with their they were so kind. They were all really nice. And this was back when we were still in the Alico.
How big was the entourage?
It was him, like 2 or 3 other people.
Okay.
They came in with their with their drinks and everything. I told them we can all drink this and that. And I just remember him just being so eccentric and just so, you know what I mean, all over the place. And I kind of let him just take the floor. Yeah, there's been quite a few guests that have been that way. But when you ask me that question, the first person that comes to mind is him.
Yeah.
So shout out to Mo Rico Roger. I haven't spoke to him in a while, but I hope he's doing well.
There you go.
Yeah, because he was fun. But I've definitely have like my select, probably top 5.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I appreciate every episode for what it is. You know,
Yeah.
And some they're just all different. Some are more somber than the others. Some are just more like, I can't watch this at work. I will get fired. You know what I mean? Some
Put your earbuds in because you don't know what's coming on those speakers.
Some of the early ones, I was like super drunk and I couldn't remember how to promote the show. You know what I mean? So and then I have to watch it real quick and be like, oh yeah, we talked about this. Yeah. So, yeah.
All right. So once again, you don't have to name names, but just between us,
I always name names, except Quest Liquid.
Is there anyone that you were like, yeah, you're not going to be on the show again? This was a total bomb.
The lady that went, yes.
The answer to your question is yes.
Oh,
so now to all of his guests, they're all wondering, was it me?
Right.
I will tell you this: the episodes that are still viewable are viewable for a reason.
Oh,
the episodes that are not viewable, with the exception of 1 or 2, with the exception of 2, are not viewable for a reason.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. I love it that he's been very forthcoming and very talkative and exuberant.
So if you've been a guest, go look at his YouTube channel. If you're not there, it's you.
Right. As soon as I ask him that sensitive question, he turned into the guest that we talked about that he doesn't like.
Okay, because here's what's gonna happen, right?
His phone's fixing to blow up 5 seconds after he.
I could name said persons. I will say one of them we worked together by fluke just a couple months ago, and that's like a beef that I don't want to reignite because I feel like it's kind of like dying out now, like it's simmering, and I want it to.
Yes.
And Kevin's just throwing gasoline on that thing.
There was one that I took
just
down.
ask the questions.
There was one that this person actually told me to take down, which was fine because it was actually everybody really hated it.
Okay.
Everybody really did not like the person. They did not like the interview. They thought it was probably one of my weaker interviews.
Gotcha.
So I was ultimately okay with that. I never like to take down a show. You know, to be honest, there's probably only like a handful of shows that we've had to take down. 2 of them I will say is because things got really out of left, not like a beef wise, you know what I mean, but like with the guests, like, hey, shit is not the way we expected. We're so sorry. Cool, no problem, no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
But then there's probably like 3 others where it's like, go to hell, and with things just happen in life. But I will say, out of those, there was one with a person. I'm gonna give him a shout out.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a shout out.
Yes, we found it.
I'm going to give a shout out to Jaime de la Ley. I know that things were very, 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 very rocky towards the end of my radio career, but we did have the pleasure, I shouldn't say the pleasure, but we ended up working together back in December just by fluke. Like, we did not know we were booked for the same thing, and we worked really well together, and we shook hands. And I hope that was the end of that. I do. Because a lot of people were obsessed with that beef. You know what I mean? Because he was my radio boss. But at the end of the day, I've come really far in my career. He's still doing his thing. And we don't have to be best friends. I'm not really seeking that either. But I do want that kind of to die down and be over with. And he was also the person that hired me to be on the radio.
Right.
So the fact that we even were beefing that way was kind of like unnecessary now that I look at it in hindsight. But I would just like to let bygones be bygones, and when I see him in public, let's shake hands like we did at the end of our job. Yeah. And I love that we were able to put our differences to the side in that atmosphere and really work together like we did, and the client was happy and they were ecstatic, and we shook hands, and it was nice. It's always nice to like do that, you know. So Jaime Martinez, shout out to you. I hope all is well. And that's all I got to say about that.
Nice. So, talk about radio beef. It reminds me of Zach and David Willie. Speaking of which, CTWP can be your copier and printer business. They have 7 locations in Central Texas. Corporate office right here in Waco, 3730 Franklin Avenue, 254-752-0376. 752-0376. You can purchase or lease. They have Kyocera, Brothers, Xerox, Canon, Lexmark, Konica Minolta, all these different vendors just for you. CTWP.com. David Willie, I believe, is going to be on the show next week. We were told this week, but we passed. We passed that on to Zach because, you know.
Somebody's got to maintain that crazy.
I don't want to deal with that. So, real quick then.
Yes.
Recap just kind of your show. Give us the elevator speech on your show, where to find it, and things like that.
Well, you guys can tune into The Public Affair weekly. It is on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Public Affair. I put out a new episode every single Monday. My next guest is going to be a young woman by the name of Alexis Keener that comes out next week. Shout out to Cakes by Alexis K here in North Waco. She makes some of the best cupcakes I've ever put in my mouth, some of the best cakes. She's so kind. That episode was so real. And then after that, I have the head coach of La Vega High School, Manny Gibson. Shout out to Coach Manny Gibson. He's going to be on the week after that. And I really just want everybody to tune in. You know, start your Monday morning. That doesn't have to be the start of a grudgy week. Tune into my show, get a good laugh out of it, get some good feedback off of it, get some good times off of it. And, you know, if you ever want to come on the podcast, just hit me up. My DMs are always open. But if you hit me up past a certain hour, I'm going to assume that you want to sleep with me. So don't do all that.
Oh, because he's already in his robe.
Hello.
All right. It's time to go over to Jessica and see what's going on in Waco. But don't go anywhere. Yes. You get the great privilege and honor of giving us a bad joke of the day. So let's first go over to Jessica, find out what's going on around Waco because it's Friday.
Hello.
And there's probably a lot to do this weekend.
There is.
Although one of those things
suggest you stay out of the Baylor bubble.
Bingo.
Highly suggest.
Oh, one of my kids came home yesterday and they were like, "What's going on around
Willie
town?"
And graduation.
Said, well, yeah.
Willie and graduation.
Yeah.
So it is Pride and Prejudice weekend at the PAC at 924 Austin Avenue. So that'll be going on tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, as well as Kiss Me Kate over at the Waco Civic Theater tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Right.
Music tonight, Harmony Music Spring Showcase at the Texas Music Cafe. Eric and Thomas Unplugged at Segovia Wine Bar. Los Rochas at the Will. Chris Witten at the Twisted Sister Bar, and David Adam Brines here at the Backyard Stage and Grill. Tomorrow, obviously, we have the Farmers Market, both downtown and in China Spring.
Ooh.
So my suggestion would be, unless you want the hustle and bustle of all the Baylor stuff going on, I mean, because that will kind of take over the downtown Farmers Market, go check out the China Spring Farmers Market.
There you go.
Walk with the Dock at Mountain View Park. Hikes and Pints Group Hike at the Northern Gateway and Lover's Leap Road. Main Street Market at Extraco Event Center. I don't know really what that is, but it's going on all weekend too.
Okay.
Skellington Oddities Market on Hewitt Drive.
Shout out to them.
Saturday Sip and Socials at the Waco Pastels Workshop at the Art Center. Saturday Night Music, Garrett Morphus at Lounge 93. Nikki Heath at Twisted Sisters Patio Bar. Here's the one I want to know about.
Okay.
Concrete Donkey.
Huh.
At Barnett's Whiskey House.
Concrete
Is that? I feel like that's.
And I'm not even reading it wrong. It says Concrete Donkey.
I feel like that's the modern version of the Trojan horse.
I guess.
Are they just gonna like pop out of there?
I don't know. Midnight River Choir at the Will. Barracuda, Texas, a tribute to Hart, will be here at the Backyard Stage and Grill. And then Sunday is Homegrown Sundays at the Will. Main Street Market again at the Extraco Event Center. And hats off to Mom at the Elements Hotel Waco. So I kind of wonder, shouldn't that have been like last weekend?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what's going on around Waco.
Nice.
Protect yourself from the Baylor bubble.
Yes.
But have a good time.
Yes. Thank you very much. Brought to you by Stroud Security. So now, Andrew.
Hello.
You get the great privilege and honor for doing something that Zach and Jim used to do on their program, and we have continued over on the Zack Owen Show, and that is to tell the bad joke of the day. These are all race car themed because I'm from Indianapolis, and the month of May means it's the Indy 500.
Okay.
So don't look super hard because none of them are great.
Sure.
But
And don't get any
as you
better.
know, in comedy, it's all about the timing and delivery. So
Hello.
Take us away.
Okay, guys. The joke of the day is, why did the race car driver bring a pencil to the track?
Why?
To draw a better line. And to pick me up.
Oh, thank you very much,
Yes,
Andrew. It was
thank you
great to
guys
have
so
you on
much
the
for having
show.
me. Yes.
Best of luck. Go check out the public affair and all that kind of stuff. We are going to have Colin Dexter on the stage after this. First, we're going to take a look at news and weather from our friends at KWTX News Channel 10. And when we come back, we will get to see Zack Owen on the Zack Owen Show right after this.
Rubbing it in our face.
Today's news and weather is brought to you by the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill. The Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill features a full restaurant and bar, a huge outdoor concert stage, a giant outdoor TV screen, fire pits, a roof deck, washer pits, cornhole pits, inside and outside seating, and much more. Located at 511 8th Street, Waco, Texas, 76706. Check out upcoming shows at backyardwaco.com.
From the News 10 Newsroom, I'm Keisha Lopez. DPS troopers are investigating a deadly crash in Milam County that left one man dead and 2 others hurt. It happened yesterday morning on U.S. Highway 79 near Sandy Creek Church of Christ between Rockdale and Milano. Investigators say 34-year-old Michael Morton of Austin was driving a 2007 Kawasaki motorcycle that crossed into oncoming traffic and hit a car. He died at the scene. The driver and passenger in the Taurus were hospitalized in Temple. Bystanders beware. A Waco business owner captured video of birds dive bombing people in downtown, and the footage quickly went viral on social media. On Austin Avenue, common birds have been spotted swooping down on people just walking by. Encore restaurant owner Justin Blaylock says it happens every spring when grackles and mockingbirds get defensive. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service says the birds are protecting their nests and babies. Blaylock adds the birds have not harmed anyone or businesses. Just be aware. From the News 10 Newsroom, I'm Keisha Lopez.
Happy Friday, Central Texas. It's going to be a warm, windy, and cloudy one here across our area. Temperatures this morning in the 60s and 70s out the door. We'll get back again into the upper 80s and lower 90s this afternoon. More cloudy skies building in thanks to the strong south wind. Winds about 15 to 30 miles per hour. So windy, all that moisture making it a little bit more cloudy. Also a 20% chance for a few light showers west of I-35 later this evening as the storms from West Texas move in. From KWTX, I'm First Alert Meteorologist C.D. Finley.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
A journey into new thoughts, new cultures, new adventures. So what are you waiting for? Start your journey with Babbel now. Go to babbel.com or download the app.
experience with the Bosley MD hair regrowth kit was amazing. It was easy to use. It let me take off my hat. I could go in public and have my picture taken and feel normal again.
BosleyMD.com.
Circulon C1 Series Clad with Scratch Defense Non-Stick. Maximize cooking, minimize cleaning. Discover the unmatched durability and elegance scratch-free, worry-free, forever.
At Covers and All, we've revolutionized protective solutions with cutting-edge, customizable covers, tarps, and curtains. We deliver premier protection at affordable prices and express shipping. Visit coversandall.com today for the perfect fit, guaranteed to last.
What if you could clean clean? With bio-based formulas and deep cleaning enzymes. No dyes, phthalates, or mystery ingredients. Just powerful pods for your dishes and laundry. Now you can, with drops. Made clean, made to clean.
With Ease US, make studio quality voiceovers for your videos online in over 149 languages and dialects. Never been easier to create professional grade videos and voiceovers. Try it today at easeus.com. That's EASEUS.com. Ease.
Hey, Kevin and Jessica. Hey, we're back here at Turks and Caicos. Woo, we're having a great time at the beach again. And I'm going to flip the camera around and give you a shot out on the floaty deal out there. But anyway, it's kind of a shot of the beach that we love. And it goes all the way down. There comes the booze wagon right there. That's the booze wagon. He comes around and fills your drinks up. Anyway, miss you guys, and I'll see you back on Monday morning. We're having a great time. Trip number 46, beaches in Turks and Caicos. Never been to a more beautiful beach. The sand, the water, having a great time. Thanks a lot. See you later. Miss you.
The sand, the water, the drinks. Oh, such a rough life for Zach right now. Colin.
Yeah.
Colin Dexter is with us.
Hi.
He's this honorary on your own stage here, I think. Now we've officially named it after you. I think this is your sixth time on.
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
welcome Colin Dexter to the Colin Dexter stage on the Zack Owen show.
Yeah.
Colin, when was the last time you went to the beach?
Oh my goodness, a long time.
A long time.
Yeah.
Me too.
Well.
You would think that maybe since I'm on the Zack Owen show, and you are the most prominent, decorated musician on the Zack Owen show, that we would get an invite.
Yeah,
to one
really.
Of these things. Yeah, but unfortunately not. Thank you very much for coming.
Of course.
Welcome again. So, for those who don't know, maybe tuning in for the first time, tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, and kind of what you do with music.
Well, my name's Colin Dexter. I'm 27. 27 years old and 2 months is what I like to say.
Okay.
And I'm originally from Michigan, but I moved down to Texas about 6 or 7 years ago. And I live in Gatesville, Texas. We're actually moving to Lufkin, Texas.
Okay.
And I sing all kinds of music, old music, because that's the only good stuff. Country's my favorite, so.
Yeah.
But that's what I do. I've been doing it for 13, 14 years now, and it's hasn't brought me down yet.
So you focus on old music because it's the only good music.
Yes.
What's your beef with new music, if you would call it that?
Oh, I'd call it that,
Okay.
definitely. Oh,
All right.
definitely. It just doesn't have the same feel to it. Old music you just felt it. It spoke to you, I think. And I think especially country music nowadays, it's just party music, just party and drinking music. And at least I want to have my heart broken if I'm going to drink, listen to some George Jones or David Allan Coe, and I got to have a reason.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, why don't you start us off with our first song? What are you going to play for us?
I'm going to do a Johnny Cash song.
All right.
All right. It goes a little something like this. Now I taught the weeping willow how to cry, and I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky, and the tears that I cried for that woman are gonna flood you big river, and I'm gonna sit right here till till I die. I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it tore me up every time I heard her drawl, southern drawl. And I heard my dream was back downstream, cavorting in Davenport, and I followed you, Big River, when you called. Oh. Well, you took me to St. Louis later on down the river. Freighter said she's been here, but she's gone, boy, she's gone. Well, I found a trail in Memphis, but she just walked up the bluff. She raised a few eyebrows and then she went on down low. Now won't you batter down by Baton Rouge, River Queen, roll me on. Take that woman on down to New Orleans, New Orleans. Go on, I've had enough, dump my blues down in the Gulf. She loves you, Big River, more than me. Now I taught the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. And I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears that I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, Big River. And I'm gonna sit right here till I die. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, thank you.
Nice. That's a pleasure to hear. Not Folsom Prison Blues. No offense.
Yeah, no.
But it's funny because being here every day, you hear that. I would say that is the most played song. Period.
Easiest song to play.
There was even a what we call a dad rock group that came in one time,
Okay.
and it was back when we had the live audience, right?
Right,
And they realized that they were losing the audience, but they realized it a little too late, and so the last song they played, as a dad rock group, they kind of made the audible that you could tell we're gonna do this song.
Oh.
But it was too little too late, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So even that group covered that song. So, yeah. So talk to me a little bit about how long did you spend in Michigan before you came down to Texas?
Oh, I was born and raised in Michigan.
Yeah.
And I moved when I was 21 with my wife, who I brought today, with my two kids.
I say you brought in a crew.
I did. Yes, I did. I brought the whole crew with me.
That's great.
But we moved down here, and I was trying to follow the music, and I've told you guys before, I started off doing Elvis.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get away from that, but it seemed like people up in Michigan weren't letting me get away from that. And I was like, I got to get away. And so we moved down here, and I started doing country, and I was doing some rockabilly and classic rock and stuff. And it's always gone over very well. No matter what kind of music I do down here, everybody loves it.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
So you were doing some music up in Michigan then,
Yeah.
and you came down specifically to kind of branch out.
Yes, and I mean, they used to, some of them, sorry if you're watching, but they used to get real heated, man. I'd be hired for like a 50s party, and so I'd do some rockabilly, or I'd throw some 1950s country, and well, we don't want the country, they're doing Elvis song, okay.
So now you do a lot of impersonations.
Yeah.
List off some of the impersonations that you do.
Now, I call them tribute.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Don't offend me now. No.
Fair enough.
I do George Jones, Conway Twitty, Charlie Pride, Hank Sr., Elvis. I still do Elvis. Roy Orbison, Ernest Tubb. I mean, anybody from 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s,
Yeah.
I do them.
And every time you've been here on the stage many times, but it seems like every time you come in, we may not know that it's you because you have changed your look. Last couple times you've had a beard and shorter hair. Now we've got longer hair and the sideburns. Is that based on what you have coming up?
Yes, it is actually.
Okay.
So this is more of a George Jones look.
All right.
And I'm not doing it till August, but I'm going to be opening for Gene Watson.
Okay.
In Tennessee and Alabama, and I'm opening for him as George Jones.
Okay.
So I was contacted by the Country Music Association in Nashville, one of the guys who works over there.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey man, love what you're doing. Would you like to open up for one of our artists?" And I said, "Well, who you got?" They've got like Jimmy Fortune, they've got John Conley, Gene Watson.
Wow.
And I was like, "Well, let's do Gene Watson." They said, "Okay, here's the dates, be there." And I said, "Okay."
That's funny. So, how do you get into, or what made you make the decision that I'm going to kind of get into this kind of niche market?
I just love music. I've listened to this music ever since I was about 5 or 6 years old, so I grew up with it.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, it's just good stuff. And I kind of figured out that I could, change my voice to sound like other artists a little bit back when I was doing Elvis.
Yeah.
And I think when I was like 16, I was singing some other songs, and I was like, man, this is weird. And that's why I started branching out a little bit. And then when I really got into country, I was like, man, this is crazy. And when I do my George Jones tribute, it still scares me sometimes a little bit because, nobody sounds like George Jones. Nobody ever will.
Yeah.
But there's some that can come close to it. And I'm happy that I'm one of them, or I've been told I'm one of them anyway. So
That's amazing. That's so great. All right, well, why don't you, let's do another song here.
All right, let's do George Jones.
All right.
Why not? We were talking about him. This is my favorite one. It's called The Window Up Above. I've been living a new way of life that I love so, but I can see the clouds are gathering, and the storm will wreck our home. For last night he held you tightly, and you didn't even show. This is true, for I've been watching from the window up above. You must have thought that I was sleeping, and I wish that I had been. But I guess it's best to know you and the way your heart can sin. I thought we belonged together, and our hearts fit like a glove. I was wrong, for I was watching from the window up above. How I wish I could be dreaming and wake up to an honest love. I was wrong, for I was watching that old window up above.
Nice.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank
That's
you.
great. Such a great song from
It
him.
is.
Yeah.
It is.
And I think George Jones is one of those, he's not known as the number one guy because, that's King George.
Yes.
He didn't have a whole bunch of number ones, but man, he was consistently with it and always getting after it.
Yes, always. So, yeah, he was definitely, even during...
Maybe he has one of the biggest catalogs.
Oh, yeah, he really did. And there's some songs that I love that a lot of people don't even know, but they're great songs, you know. He had a very impressive catalog. So, and even through the rough times he had gone through, he was still just pumping them out.
Yeah. Well, this is always a great thing to do with you. It's the time of the morning. We're going to take a look at what happened on this date in country music history. Unfortunately, it's a very slim list today. I know. It's always unfortunate when we have a slim list when you're here because you're so well versed in all of those things. And so there's a little bit of a difference here on some of these. So in 1966, Jim Reeves was number 1 on the country charts. I'm going to quiz you with which song was number 1 on the country charts in 1966 from Jim Reeves.
Should be. I think it's He'll Have to Go.
It was Distant Drums.
Oh, Distant Drums.
yeah.
I just heard that on Willie's Roadhouse. I should have known that.
Oh, yeah. The track provided the U.S. singer with his only UK number 1 hit.
Wow.
Albeit posthumously in 1966, some 2 years after his death in a plane crash on July 31st, 1964. The song remained in the UK charts for 45 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, it's also one of those things, so you talk about the difference of modern and old stuff.
Yeah.
Old stuff just kind of stuck around for a while.
It did.
Because
really
there wasn't the push to put out new music all the time.
Yep.
So, all right. So now we get into a little bit of what I might consider a gray area for you. 1995, Alan Jackson released I Don't Even Know Your Name, which became his 11th number 1 single on the U.S. Billboard Hot Country Singles and Tracks charts. So then my question for you is, where do you draw the line here with because 1995, some people would consider that old country and classic country.
I would say where the line is drawn after, I would say the Florida Georgia line
Okay.
era. Because like country music when I was a kid, like early, Y2K type country, like I like some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like Billy Currington and all those guys, Blake Shelton, his early stuff. I love that stuff.
Toby
That's
Keith.
country. Yeah, Toby Keith. That's country.
Yeah.
It's just it's that Morgan Wallen crap, man.
Oh, so it's a good thing that Liam isn't hosting. Liam hosted earlier, my son, and he's a huge Morgan Wallen fan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But his favorite, though, is Luke Combs. Where would you say that is? Is there anything that is current country that you would say, yeah, that's it? Like Cody Johnson, any of these
Cody Johnson
that are kind of throwbacking a little bit.
Zach Top, and my favorite, Jake Worthington. I love Jake. He seems like such a great guy, and he sounds like George Jones, so of course I love him. But I would, and there's a few other ones too. I think, like especially, and I'm really, not to sound mean, but I'm particular about female country artists.
Okay.
Because, I'm so partial to like Loretta Lynn and Tammy Wynette and Patsy Cline.
Yeah.
And so when a female artist comes out, they got to have that, they have to be different. They should be different. They should have a different sound,
Yeah.
And there's only a few, I can't think of their names off the top of my head, but there's a few nowadays, I think. And, I'm writing music too and trying to remain in that old style, so.
Yeah. That's awesome. I want to get into more of the writing that you have, because I think that you have an album coming out.
I have a single coming out. It was supposed to come out yesterday, but I ran into an issue with it.
Okay.
So.
Well, we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
All right.
But we got to take a quick commercial break. Before we do that, talk to you about Alan Samuels' Declaration of Deals is at Alan Samuels in Waco right now. Get $13,000 off a Ram 1500 Lone Star, 2.9% for 72 months, America's best full-size truck, powertrain, 10-year, 100,000 limited warranty. Big savings at Alan Samuels. Come by. Let's be friends. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will get more with Colin Dexter after this.
If your AC is working overtime and your house still feels hot, maybe it's your old windows that are to blame. Worn seals, warped frames, and outdated glass can let hot air in and cool air out. Beat the Texas heat. Call Universal Windows Direct of Central Texas today for a cooler home and lower energy bills. 0% financing is available with your good credit.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
It's the It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com. Golf Partner, the world's largest golf store network, offers more purchasing opportunities than anywhere else. With a dominant market share and a wider selection of quality secondhand golf clubs than our competitors, we make it easy for you to enjoy the game with affordable, top-quality equipment. Golf Partner.
Hi, I'm Mitch, the co-founder of Cake, a sexual health and wellness company designed for today and designed for you. Yes, you. The entire product line can be found at hellocake.com, and it's also available in every Walmart near you.
Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious.
Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internix. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. That's INTERNXT.com today.
Is your Mac running slow? Mac Booster 8 is your all-in-one solution to clean up 20 types of junk files. Get your Mac running like new again with Mac Booster 8. Visit macboost.net today.
Finding a sleep sack that my baby likes has been a struggle. The sleep sack from Joy is a major upgrade.
It is all natural eucalyptus, which is breathable and hypoallergenic.
We're back here on the Zack Owen Show at the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. Zach isn't with us. It's our last day without Zach. So I got to hold on, white knuckle this thing through the rest of this show. It's fairly easy right now because we got an experienced veteran on our stage, more experienced than I is Colin Dexter. But before we get back to some music, I'm going to talk to you about Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple. With a wide range of window treatments, you can transform any space. They offer free consultations. They'll work with you to bring your vision to life. You can call now and receive 30% off. That's a huge percentage off. So you can call Kayla at 254-844-7939. That is 254-844-7939. Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple, where you can tell that sun to just buzz off. I got some blinds. So don't get stung by the competition. I've got them for days. So let's, Colin, so we were talking a little bit about this off air. So, okay, you do all of these different impressions, okay? That probably means that you have a fairly large, extensive closet of different clothing, right?
I do. Very much so.
Yeah?
My closet is bigger than my wife's.
Yeah. But it's for the job.
Yes. See,
it's
that's
okay.
the difference. That's what I say when I go get a new guitar. It's for the job.
So speaking of guitar, as a guitar player, I got to ask, this is it a Martin?
Yes.
All right.
I have a great story about this guitar.
I love it. Let's hear it.
Okay, so it's a Martin D42.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So
it's one of the classics.
Oh yeah. So I went up to Nashville to record my newest single. It'll be out soon.
Okay.
And but before that, I had a show in Kentucky. So I went up to Kentucky, and they basically these people in Kentucky, they're tobacco farmers.
Okay.
And every Saturday, they get together in a big old barn, and they like to party.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're loaded. They like to have a good time. And so we got to talking, and they're like, you know, our grandfather, he had so much money he didn't know what to do with it, so he bought 4 expensive Martin guitars. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. I'd love to see them. And they're like, we'll go up to the house and grab them. So they went up to the house, and they brought them all out, and they displayed them. This was one of them. And I said, wow, these are gorgeous. And I played all of them, and they were like, yeah, pick one. And I said, well, I like this D42. And they're like, all right, you can have it.
What?
Yeah, I was shocked, and my brother came with me to the show because my family now lives in Tennessee, and after they just gave this to me and they walked away and I was about to start singing again, I said, all right, when we're done, we gotta go fast because I don't want them to change their mind.
Oh, we don't want them to sober up and realize what they've done, right?
Yeah, but they were a great crowd. I mean, and I was just so shocked, and they're like, look, we believe in you. We know you're going to record your first single. Wow. Take this with you and take it back to Texas, and you're going to take it on the road with you one day. And I was like, yeah, I am.
That's because I noticed, like, a lot of times you have the one that has your name on the neck and everything like that. And it was different this time. I was like, oh.
Yes.
So there's a reason for that.
It's pretty.
If you're watching and you gave him this guitar, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Don't send him a bill. It's a gift. You can't renege now. All right. Let's jump into another song. Are you going to do maybe one of your originals?
I can do one of my originals, of course.
All right.
I actually just wrote this one a couple days ago, so I'm excited to kind of debut this one.
Right here on the Zack Owen Show. It's a debut from Colin Dexter.
It's called Whiskey and Neon Light. Here it goes. I rolled into town on a midnight train, my pocket full of money, my head full of pain. The jukebox was playing my favorite song, but it didn't take long till I knew I was wrong. She's dancing with another, laughing so free. I tipped my hat, tried to play it carefree, but that neon glow cuts like a knife, turns every honky-tonk into a slice of my life. Whiskey and a neon light keeps me company all through the night. I can't sleep, can't make it right, just me and my whiskey and neon light. Well, I used to dream of a love so true, but dreams don't pay bills or get you through. So I raise my glass to the songs we knew, to broken hearts and a love that flew. Whiskey and a neon light keeps me company all through the night. I can't sleep, can't make it right, just me and my whiskey and neon light. Yeah, whiskey and a neon light keeps me company all through the night. I can't sleep, can't make it right, just me and my whiskey and neon light.
Nice. That is great. It's amazing to see. And of course, this makes sense because you live in this world to see and hear a song that is brand new, that feels just lived in and so, you know, no offense, old.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
I would feel that that's a compliment for you.
It is very much.
Yeah.
That's what I go for. I have like 60 original songs.
Yeah.
And they're all classic country.
Yeah.
You know. So and that's how it should be, young people.
So, okay, your originals then. You said you kind of had a little snafu with the single.
Yeah.
But what else do you have out there that's original that people could listen to?
That's going to be the only one for right now.
Okay.
Yeah. But when I went and did the recording, it's I can't remember the name of the studio. I think it's Country Q or Cowboy Q. It's just outside of Nashville.
Okay.
But George Strait's recorded an album there. Kenny Chesney, Rascal Flatts. There was a ton of Randy Travis. There was a ton of them, and the cooler thing was that I had some pretty famous musicians on the track with me. I had, and I'm probably going to screw this up, but Clint Black's drummer.
Okay.
Tracy Lawrence's bass player, and Winona Judd's lead player.
Okay.
So they all played on this track with me and made it sound pretty. So.
Wow. That's amazing. So so those are the only 3 instruments then?
Then there is, so the guy that owns the studio, well, he's part owner of the studio. He plays piano, so he did the piano. And then they brought in a steel guitar guy and then another guy to harmonize.
Okay.
So, and that was done after I had left.
Right.
So, but I was in the studio with the main musicians that I had listed.
So what is that? It's like a 5-piece then with your guitar?
Yeah. Yep. So it's the song's called Jukebox Plays On.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to gauge as a like the thing with everything now is the wall of sound. We're gonna layer this track, this track, this track,
Yeah.
but you kind of kept it basic on purpose. I would
Yes,
imagine.
it's very basic. It's just a good country song. Even me and Winona Judd's guitar player were sitting down talking, and he said, this is country music, and he was like, you got something going. And Gary is his name, who played the piano on the track and part owner.
Yeah.
He was like, I sent him my songs, all the songs I had. He said, what are these doing? And I said, I haven't done anything with them. He said, why? He said, you can be making a killing, man. He said, you could be out on the road singing all these old, new songs,
Right.
So, and that's the other thing me and him have kind of talked about. There's a lot of people, younger people coming in and doing more like 80s, 90s country. There's no market right now for like 50s, 60s, and 70s country. That's my leeway right in there, I would think. So.
Yeah. And but at the same time, you have these guys that you've talked about who are kind of pulling it back a little bit.
Yeah.
And you can kind of capitalize on that and kind of be the exclamation on that to really pull it back.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I've thought.
That's great. Well, I hope it works out for you, and I hope you get there, and just don't forget us.
No.
All right.
No. I'll still come to the Zack Owen show.
I mean, this stage is named after you.
Yeah. So I mean.
All right, we're going to talk about birthdays, people that celebrate a birthday today. I don't have Zach's magic button for local birthdays, but we can focus on some celebrity birthdays. It is fitting that you are here for this first one in 1918. I know, I get it. 1918, Eddie Arnold. Eddie Arnold. And I had to, my wife is much more into country, so I was preparing this list. I was like, is this like some of the old country like that I find is like it's more instruments or like instrumentalists on old stuff or writers that are less known.
Right.
Eddie Arnold, known as the Nashville sound innovator in country music.
He was, yeah.
And so he was born on this date in 1918.
Wow.
And then in 1940, Lainey Kazan, actress from My Big Fat Greek Wedding, the quintessential Italian or Eastern European mom, right?
Yeah, that's right.
In a lot of movies, right? If you want to know what a foreign immigrant mother looks like, it's her.
Yeah, it's her.
In our public consciousness because of her and her doing that. It's such a good clip. 1950, Chaz Palminteri. He's an actor from the Bronx, and he was in A Bronx Tale and The Usual Suspects. He was I believe he was if you've seen The Usual Suspects, he was the investigator.
Man, it's been a while since I've seen that.
He was the guy trying to figure it all out. He was the detective talking to the Kevin Spacey character, and I won't give the spoiler on that one because it's too legendary to.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Usual Suspects, I'm not going to ruin it for you.
No.
You can watch it after you watch our show. And then in 1969, Emmett Smith, winner of Dancing with the Stars, and also a winner and Cowboys Hall of Fame running back when the Cowboys were winners. Sorry, Cowboys fans. I'm from Indiana, and my Colts are no better.
I'm a Chicago Bears fan. I'm from Michigan.
Oh. So what do you think of them now potentially going to Indiana?
That makes me sad.
I think it's more of a leverage play.
I do too.
But also, I don't understand why everybody's getting so up in arms.
No.
The New York Giants and New York Jets have never been in New York since the short amount of time at the beginning. They're in an entire different state too. The San Francisco 49ers are in Santa Clara.
Yep.
It happens all the time, but somehow we lose our minds because it went from a blue state to a red state.
Because it's the Bears.
Yeah, I get it. But your stadium kind of looks like a cross between a Roman Coliseum and a spaceship landing in it. So it's a little strange. I've been there. It's a little weird. Emmitt Smith, born on this date in 1969. And then in 1970, David Krumholtz, who is an actor who is in the series Numbers, and he was the head elf in The Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so people will go, wait, okay, right. I forget what the name of that elf is, but he was the guy that kind of led them down the Santa Claus track. All right, in 1975, another football player, Hall of Famer Ray Lewis, Hall of Fame linebacker, one of the most intense players ever to play that position. And that's saying a lot because linebackers are very intense. One of them played his college ball right here, and that's Steve Singleton, or Steve Singletary. And then 1982, Alexandra Breckenridge. She's an actress, probably most known for her lead role in Virgin River, the series. And then in 1987, Andy Murray, a Scottish tennis player who finally won Wimbledon after a long, long time of not being able to get it done there in his kind of home area. Finally got it done. He was born in 1987. Those are the birthdays that we have for today. Colin, let's jump into another song. What do you want to do for us now?
All right. I'm going to do an Ernest Tubbs song now.
All right.
All right. It's called, okay, hang on. What's it called? Pass the Booze. That's what it's called.
All right.
And that's what we're going to do now. Been with friends all day, it's no good, I'm still lonely. Seems that I just can't forget my one and only. So there's just one thing left to do if I intend to sleep tonight. Put the bottle on the bar and let me do it upright. Please put the bottle on the bar where I can pet it. Take my address down before I forget it. I've got a feeling someone's gonna have to take me home this time, 'cause I'm gonna sit here till I get her off of my mind. My baby's gone, 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 and I'm alone, so, so alone, and I've got nothing else to lose. So bartender, please pass the booze. Yeah.
Nice.
I love that song. Thanks.
So you were accusing modern country music of being all about the party, but now you wrote a song about whiskey and neon lights.
That's right.
And we've covered a song about booze here. So
right.
really, is there really any difference?
So I think the difference really is, so the song that I wrote, Whiskey and Neon Light, it's about like the heartbreak and going to this place, just some bar, and being with the whiskey and the neon light. I just think it's more like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like party crowd music nowadays.
Gotcha.
Back then it was like, I don't know, they had a reason to drink.
Gotcha.
Nowadays it's just like, we're going to party.
We're going to do it just because?
Yeah, just because, I think, because it was more, it was more to the point back then, I think, and just like, hey, I'm hurting. This is a song about my hurt. This is how I feel.
Right.
And, you felt it too,
and
you can relate to a lot of them because we've all been hurt, we've all been sad, but there's happy country songs too, you know, and there's a fun country songs. But that was kind of the nice thing about old country is that they just had a spectrum that was very broad, and nowadays it seems like it's just very singular.
Right.
And I don't know why that is, but
so the old country, the drinking was the vehicle to tell you a different story.
Correct.
Whereas now the story is the drinking.
Correct.
And the party.
I believe that to be true, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. That makes sense to me. I understand.
And I don't care who disagrees with me.
There you go. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. On the other side, we're going to talk sports with Cam, I believe, if he shows up here in the studio. If not, I'll tell you what's going on. But we'll be back on the Zack Owen Show at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill right after this with sports and more Colin Dexter.
It's the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, brought to you by the First National Bank of Central Texas. Tour a variety of homes at different price points, plus see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens to outdoor living spaces. See the latest colors and design patterns. This is your chance to walk through homes, meet the builders, and get inspiration for your own projects. The Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, June 5th, 6th, and 7th, and June 13th and 14th. Tickets are available online or at any parade home. For more information, go to wacohomeparade.com. Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com. It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com. Golf Partner, the world's largest golf store network, offers more purchasing opportunities than anywhere else. With a dominant market share and a wider selection of quality secondhand golf clubs than our competitors, we make it easy for you to enjoy the game with affordable, top-quality equipment. Golf Partner.
Hi, I'm Mitch, the co-founder of Cake, a sexual health and wellness company designed for today and designed for you. Yes, you. The entire product line can be found at hellocake.com, and it's also available in every Walmart near you.
Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious.
Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internix. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. That's INTERNXT.com today.
Is your Mac running slow? Mac Booster 8 is your all-in-one solution to clean up 20 types of junk files. Get your Mac running like new again with Mac Booster 8. Visit macboost.net today.
Finding a sleep sack that my baby likes has been a struggle. The sleep sack from Joy is a major upgrade.
It is all natural eucalyptus, which is breathable and hypoallergenic.
We are back here at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill on the Zack Owen Show one more time without Zach. And in addition to hosting and producing and giving you all of these things, I am now also the sports guy because Cam let me, I'd forgotten that Cam let me know last night he is actually in where I grew up. He's in Indianapolis today. I asked him where he was going and what for. He never answered me. But I was going to give him some helpful advice on where to eat or something like that. But I'm going to tell you about what's going on in sports. I don't know what's coming up on the Pete Sousa Show, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be amazing. The PGA Tour the championships are going on, and so the winner of the Masters, Rory McIlroy, started the week with a blister on his toe, and then he stubbed his toe yesterday and had a horrible round. He was asked how it went, and he said very matter-of-factly it was in the toilet. He used some more colorful language than that. But and then what's going on? Yesterday, why I am supporting my NFL team is because yesterday the NFL schedule was released, and so that means you already knew who they were playing and what the home games were, but now you know exactly where they are playing, and so now I know how miserable it's going to be for my Colts to have to go up and play Cleveland on the second to last weekend and the first weekend of January. Absolutely terrible. I also know that my Colts will go over to London to play the Commanders and then have to come back the next week and play at Pittsburgh against the Steelers. The Cowboys have a lot of primetime games, as you might imagine, but as you might imagine, I expect them fully to stub their toe as well. But we will see how that goes. Colin, did you pay attention to anything do you still follow the Bears then?
Yeah, I still do. I didn't even know the schedule was out yet. So
Yep.
I'm going to have to look that up. But it's kind of fun because my brother's a Packers fan.
Oh.
So we have a sibling rivalry, and then we have a football rivalry.
So the big deal a lot of times with the schedule release is all of the social media teams present in their own fashion. And so you'll maybe like this one for your brother. The Bears did a Bob Ross themed reveal where Roma Dunze, who has the big afro, was doing Bob Ross. And for the Packers, he said, now we're going to add a little bit of a texture. So I'm going to get this tool out. And he took out a cheese grater and just started rubbing on the canvas. And he said, doesn't that feel nice? So go out and find that one. Share that with your brother. I'm sure arming you with information there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you can go out and see whatever your favorite NFL team is and what their schedule is. And the popular thing is to do make predictions and make bold predictions. Not every team can be a 10-win or more team, but right now they can be because it's all a wish list right now. So that's what's going on in sports. Tune in to Pete Sousa Show right after our show, and you can see what's going on with Pete Sousa. I don't know who's producing it with Cam being gone, but you check that out on the Rogue Media Network. We've got Colin Dexter here with us, and Colin. Let's play another song here.
All right. We're going to do a fun song this time.
All right.
I said I'd do it. So, because I said there was fun songs in country music. And this one is one of my favorites. It's a Hank Williams Sr. song. And it's called Howlin' at the Moon. It goes something like this. I know there's never been a man in the awful shape I'm in. I can't even spell my name. My head's in such a spin. Today I try to eat a steak with a big old tablespoon. He got me chasing rabbits, walking on my hands and howling at the moon. Well, sugar, I took one look at you and it almost drove me mad. And then I even went and lost what little sense I had. Now I can't tell the day from night. I'm crazy as a loon. He got me chasing rabbits, scratching fleas, and howling at the moon. Some friends of mine asked me to go out on a hunting spree, 'cause there ain't a hound dog in this state that could hold a light to me. I ate 3 bones for dinner today, then tried to tree a coon. He got me chasing rabbits, walking on my hands and howling at the moon. Well, I rode my horse to town today, and the gas pump we did pass. I pulled them up and I hollered whoa and said fill him up with gas. The man picked up a mug knocking out teeth and howling at the moon.
I love your commitment to the howl.
Thank you.
It's great. You know, sometimes you just have to go for it, right? That's great. Hank Williams Sr., what taken from us way too soon. Can you imagine what would have happened
I know it.
if he would have stuck around, you know? At the same time, can you imagine not the depth that might have existed in his songs if he hadn't had all of the things go on in his life that led him to that?
I just learned yesterday that apparently the doctor that gave him his prescriptions, they say technically unalived him. He wasn't a real doctor. He got his doctor's degree by, you know, back in the day they used to have those traveling people that they would sell you, oh, hey, here's a doctor's degree, and that guy bought it, and because Hank Williams had real bad scoliosis, he started drinking when he was 14 to ease the pain, and that's what killed him was the prescription. It was a big cocktail of who knows what kind of prescription, and it gave him a heart attack. So that's crazy.
Yikes.
29. That's 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah. All right. Well, before we get going, I got to tell you about Universal Windows. They have windows, and they have doors, and they have siding. You can call John Searles for a free consultation at 254-944-3503. That's 254-944-3503, located in Woodway off Woodway Drive. Check them out at universalwindowscentraltexas.com. Thank you very much for being a sponsor on the Zack Owen Show. It is time for us to say goodbye. Thank you so much to Andrew Gomez of the Public Affair podcast. You can check that out on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast, part of the Rogue Media Network here. And thank you very much, Colin, for being with us and sharing music with us and some good stories. Would you perhaps grace us with your single that was supposed to come out? Would you?
I can remember it, yeah.
Would you end us with that one?
I think so, yeah.
All right, well, we will see you next week with Zack Owen back. This is Colin Dexter. Thank you very much. We will see you next week.
You'll never know what I want to say. Oh, the way it hurts to see you drive away. I can't stand this hurt that's in my heart. 'Cause when you lied, you tore our love apart. Yes, I know you may not love me anymore. It just shows by the way you walked out the door. We don't need to talk it out, 'cause everything's all talked about. And tonight the jukebox plays on.